What's up, Ravens? My name is James Fales.
And I'm Megan King. And welcome back to the best part of the week, ONW Now.
Today we're diving with style into bodybuilding, the newest construction on 69 Highway, athletes, and getting you hyped for our home game Friday.
And of course, game day. With that, let's roll the intro. With the school year just starting up, many ONW students have already started to display their fashion sense throughout the school. Let's take it to Jack Davis to learn more.
With about 2,000 people in the school on any given day, we're bound to come across people of all backgrounds and creeds. One way this is immediately reflected to the world is with what you wear.
I think style is super important because, it's just a way for everybody to express themselves. And everybody has their own individual style. Everybody's unique in their own way. And I just think it's really good to be able to let people express themselves in more ways than one.
Style kind of defines your personality. It's how you can make cliques, meet friends. It can start stories with people if you're dressing really similarly.
It's like your first appearance to other people. So they should go based off what you wear, basically.
We've heard why fashion is so socially influential, so let's see how our students are putting it into practice.
I'll wear pretty much anything. If I see something that looks cool or it's cool to me and it might not be cool to somebody else, I'll still wear it because that's me. That's what I want to wear. That's how I want to express myself.
My style is it depends on the weather. I really like to dress like it's fall, all the time. I love flannels. I love jeans. Kind of just wearing simple things, but with a touch of detail.
So I've got Jordan 1 lows, Lululemon gray shorts, and then this Hawaiian golf polo from Bad Birdie.
I got Air Forces on, jeans from Purple Jeans, and a white tee.
Air Forces, Aerie. This is from Nike or something like that.
Even though many students have their own opinions on what to wear, you should always wear what makes you comfortable and shows off who you are. For the Raven Nation, this is Jack Davis, and back to the show.
Thanks, Jack. It's no surprise that the Ravens are once again coming back to school in style.
Have you guys noticed what's going on with 69 Highway? We were handing it off to Maddie Miner to give us more information.
What's up, Ravens? Have you noticed the changes on Highway 69? We're out here to give you a little more info about what's happening. A series of studies and related projects conducted over the last 25 years identified safety and congestion issues along US 69.
When I drive, it definitely makes it more stressful, and I have to leave at least 10 to 15 minutes earlier every single day because there's always a ton of traffic and just a lot of construction to work around.
This demand is driven by Overland Park, which is expected to grow from 236,000 people by 2036, about a 23% increase over its 2018 population.
There's definitely been a lot more accidents recently, especially with all the curves that they're adding and having to switch onto the other side of the highway. You can see about an accident every time you drive.
Commuters and travelers have grown increasingly frustrated with higher accident rates, growing congestion, and increasing travel times.
The biggest thing I'm looking forward to is definitely no more traffic and hopefully less accidents.
For ONW Now, this has been Madison Miner. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Maddie, for that info, and make sure to drive safely through the construction.
If you haven't already heard, our first home football game takes place at CBAC Friday night. Elise Cates spoke to a few ONW Spirit groups to see how they're preparing.
The long-awaited football season is finally here. With our first home football game this Friday night, stay tuned to hear how our Spirit programs are getting ready for the big game.
So for football season, we practice running the flags in the gym, and we did that a couple times just to make sure no one falls down. We create a bunch of the signs, the signs that we'll put for the student section. We'll create those, and then it definitely gets the fans going.
RC sure gets our spirit up at games, but spirit isn't just limited to the stands. Let's hop down to the sidelines to hear from cheer and dance on how they contribute to the football spirit.
We prepare for football season starting in August, so we get all of our sets ready for the game, and then throughout the season we pull from the sets we decide on in the summer, and then we practice them and perfect them throughout the season.
We prepare by football season by spending pretty much every day of the week outside with the band at 7 a.m. practicing our halftime show. In our free time, we like to practice our sidelines that we do throughout the game.
entertaining the crowd alongside cheer.
My favorite part of football season is definitely cheering. It's way more fun when the crowd is super involved.
Dance acts as like an entertainment factor, which is really fun for us, and it also helps to hype up the crowd.
For ONW Now, this has been Elise Cates. Now back to the desk.
I don't know about you, James, but I'm so excited to cheer loud and proud for my Ravens Friday night.
Me too. All this talk about football can only mean one thing. It's time for game day. But first, we'll have a quick timeout, but don't go anywhere because Zach and Blake are up next with their latest on Raven Athletics.
Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the notch. Got some more millies, that keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and any don't false. We call them chopsticks cause they gonna chop. Took her out of violence cause of pop. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac, I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be sober, I gotta stay high. Put me some syrup in the counter that's dry. Riding the special like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some fire. Shenanigans and burgers, she cannot decide. The ladies Mercedes, here go to surprise. Don't sleep on Miss Lady, her pussy, her pride. Taking her back while I'm gripping her side. Nigga mad back, this ain't regular size. You really fly, we like Pelican guys. She ain't slick, I can tell her the skies. Upgrade at my wrist, put baguettes in the sky. She think I might sign her and change her whole life. I told her to goggle and work on her eyes. Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the notch. Got some more millies, I keep me.
Hey Ravens, it's time for your favorite part of the show.
I'm Blake Winter.
And I'm Zach Koech.
Welcome to Game Day.
We have a lot of sports updates for y'all, so let's get right into it.
Up first, we have boys soccer.
Last Tuesday, the boys fought hard against the Olathe East Hawks.
The young men lost 3-1 with a goal from Luke Holdzinger.
Make sure to come out again tonight to watch your young men play Lawrence Free State at 7.
Good luck, Ravens. Our girls tennis team has been on fire so far this season.
The girls kicked off their season by going 11-7 at their quad and getting first place at their tournament.
Sammy Van Zant and Cameron Medina team up for doubles title, and Addison Lowe finished third.
Best of luck, ladies.
Our Lady Ravens played Bishop Miege last Thursday at our first home opener.
We won the first set 25-17, the second 25-17, and the third 25-18.
Make sure to pop out at their next match Thursday night at 6 at Olathe North as they compete in a try versus the Eagles and the Lancers of Shawnee Mission East.
Our football team battled the Mill Valley Jaguars last Friday.
Tanner Traskell broke a school record of 46-yard field goal and tied the record for most field goals in a game.
The rest of the Ravens fought hard but fell short and lost 42-13 with a touchdown by Brett Piercy.
Good luck against Free State tomorrow, Ravens.
Your cross-country team was out at the Manhattan Invite Monday.
Boys Benjamin Herbst placed 18th, and girls Emily James placed 4th, Kate Schneider placed 18th, and Lone Beauchart placed 20th.
Good luck the rest of the season, Rudders. Next up, we have the Lady Ravens golf team.
They have had 3 first-place finishes and 1 third-place finish throughout the season so far.
In their last tournament, Julia Beveridge finished with a low score of 85. Good luck, Lady Ravens, at your next tournament.
Yesterday, the gymnastics team had their first meet of the season at Shawnee Mission Northwest.
Emmy Keller won the all-around, vault, floor, and beam events.
Go get them the rest of the season, girls. Our boys soccer season is finally underway.
This guy next to me got to talk to one of your Ravens soccer players to get some insight on the direction of the season.
Our boys soccer team kicked it off last week at Seaback against the Olathe East Hawks. Today we sat down with senior Tallest 6 to get a little bit of a recap on that game.
So it's all mental. You get that first game out the way, the nerves are chill, and you're ready to go right back at it. And Free State, they're a good team, but so is Olathe East, and we looked good against them. So sure, we didn't win, but there was times where we looked like a really good team. So if we can just take those moments and just put it into a whole game, it should be cakewalk.
The Olathe East Hawks quickly took the lead, scoring a goal in the 5th minute of the game, and the Ravens fought back to tie it up in the 32nd minute.
They scored 2 goals off set pieces, Olathe East did. And it's just all about marking up in the box. And we get that done, then they're not going to be able to score set pieces, and we're good.
The Hawks then followed it up with 2 more goals in the second half, and the Ravens just could not find their way back.
Coach Graham is a big believer in just mental strength, and he is the first person to say, forget about it, boys, and just to keep on moving. And that's what I love about him. He's just there to help us forget and move on to get a win and just forget about the loss, which is always helpful in a coach.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week for another sports recap. For the Raven Network, this has been Blake Winter.
Pop out, Ravens. 7 o'clock, Seaback football, Free State versus ONW. Let's get rowdy, Ravens.
This has been Blake Winter
and Zach Koish. Now let's send it back to the desk.
Here at Olathe Northwest, we not only have such great athletes, but there are also amazing students. Let's take it over to Miley Fisher as she talks more about how athletes manage their busy schedules.
With school sports starting back up, the athletes start preparing for long days. Here are some of the things the athletes have said about their schedules.
My weekly schedule consists of weights and cheer at school, and then after school every day, I come to gymnastics.
But gymnastics state champion Emmy Keller's day does not end there. Then she returns home to hang out with family and of course cracks open a few of those books for a little homework. And her busy schedule does not end at 3 on Friday.
On the weekends, I have football games that I cheer at and normally gymnastics meets.
And Emmy's not the only student faced with the challenge of balancing academics, athletics, and family life. Lily Thielen spends long hours on her toes perfecting her craft while also keeping up with her schoolwork.
It does get very tiring mentally and physically on ourselves, just being so busy.
But Lily has some great advice for herself and other student athletes.
We have to find the balance between being self-disciplined and staying motivated with all of our stuff, while also giving ourselves grace and knowing that each day we're not going to have 100% to give, but giving all we have each day.
Even with all the long hours dedicated to maintaining a high GPA and competing at the highest level, student-athlete Alex Kluckman, a member of the Raven volleyball team, understands the benefits that both school and sports bring to her life.
It's important to keep a good school and sport balance because it shapes you as a person and as an athlete, and I think that having the variety and like what you're doing in your life as far as school, and I mean, it's all important to maintain that balance.
ONW is so grateful to have such dedicated student athletes at our school. For ONW Now, this has been Miley Fisher.
We are so proud of all of our Raven athletes. Keep up the good work. Working out has become quite the pastime recently, and gyms are becoming more packed every day.
But the key difference is that more women are getting to the gym and lifting weights. Let's take it to Makleet Sudi to hear more.
Recently, more and more women have been coming into a previously male-dominated activity.
I think there's less women in bodybuilding because I think it's kind of intimidating for women to be at the gym because a lot of time you got big guys at the gym right in front of you and sometimes feels like they're judging you, but I've kind of learned that no one's really paying attention to you.
Even girls in high school have been taking up weightlifting. Junior Ruby Wexler shares her experience with us.
What got me into going to the gym is soccer because I need to build my strength up a lot for that, but also my brother goes to the gym a lot, and so he's kind of taught me the ways. And it's also over the summer I kind of had an injury, so I just started training other spots to keep my strength up. Some challenges I have faced mentally is just that it takes a long time to start to see progress, so just kind of knowing that what you're doing is going to be worth it in the end as long as you keep going. I don't think men are stronger than women. I think women can do just as much. I've seen it in the gym myself. I've seen some really big, strong women, and I think they're just as great as men.
Some might say that starting to go to the gym might be relatively easy, but what others find most difficult is finding the motivation to keep going.
Sometimes it's early morning training or something, and then it's tiring, but I always feel a lot better after.
Finding motivation can be hard, so here's Ruby's advice to keep going.
I would say just do it. Like, go with your friends. I think that's good. Like, that my friends I started to go with got me into it, so I felt a little more comfortable. But just don't be intimidated because really no one's watching you, and just do what's best for you.
For ONW Now, this has been Makleet Sudi. Now back to the desk.
That's awesome. I might hit the gym myself. This month is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and Raven Service Club is holding an awareness week ending with our Black and Gold Out football game September 22nd. Make sure to be present throughout the week to support a great cause.
Thanks for tuning in today. We'll see you on Friday at the game and the mixer.
Raven Nation, let's fly!